Okay, so I will start showing you how to make a gear. That's one of the topics that we saw the last class, and it's very easy. You just have to use a circle, and here you have to select the plane, and then you have to use the circle tool. I will use 2 circles, and this way you can do a gear. And remember that you have to do your calculations before, so you can make it better. So here we have it, right? So there are 2 ways to make it, and in this case you can just like follow this line. Sorry. And this is happening, right? But the truth is that you have to do this, and with this you can start doing this. Okay, something went wrong there. Again, you can do this, then maybe do something like that. Just follow the lines. And with that we have the first half, and what you have to do is just kill this. Sorry, is to kill this one, and we are going to complete this this curve, right? But no, it is not with that tool. I think it is with this. See? Now you have it there. And what we're going to do is to use this one and just follow that. Okay, but not that wasn't okay. You can use a point here. Maybe it will be better. And I'm going to use the curve again here, here, and there. Okay, when you have that, you can erase these ones, and you will have your gear teeth, right? So what you can do is to make like this circular matrix, and you will get these shapes, right? Something like this. Obviously here my fits are not good, but you get the idea, right? So let's see if we don't have open lines, because if we have, we are not going to be able. So that's why you must always check that you don't have open contours. Okay, and well, that's one way to do it. Or sorry, let me just place it here. Or you can do it again like this, no? Okay, so we have there, we have the first point, the second point, and maybe what you want to do is to use the circles as guides, like that. But what we are going to do is to create this teeth. Okay, and you can put a point like here maybe, and we're going to separate them by dimensions like this. Okay, but we want this fixed, so in order to do that we have to make it fixed with this, and now we can change the value, right? Okay, so once you have that, what you can do is this. And this really doesn't matter a lot. Sorry. Okay. Then eliminate this one. I didn't click the correct one. So what I'm going to do is to create this like yeah, that they would touch each other, and then we're going to make the angle for that one. Okay, so maybe we want it at 75%, and once we have it, we can eliminate this one, and we can use another circle just to follow the trajectory that we want. And what we're going to do is to put a point here and another one here, and these ones, sorry, again, like this, but we want to make it fixed, right? So make it fixed, and with this, okay, I don't want that dimension. What I want is this one. Okay, so maybe we want it like 10, because this is 5, but this is the half of the gear, the other half will be here, so we'll have the same distance. Okay, and once we have it, we can go down here, right? And to check that we have the same length, we'll have to check it here. Like, this is a 90 degree, but I don't want a 90 degree, right? Because if I leave it like that, this is not the same. Okay, there we go. So I will extend this one. No, I will check the external angle here, and this is what is not correct. Okay, so I will erase this one. So what we don't want to do is to fix that line, so we can move it to the angle we want. Well, this is not working. Say one thing here. So if you see, we have the 75%, but we will have to make it like this. I think 90 degrees is okay. Like that, right? So what I want to do here is to find the center point of that line. Like this, I will make a constructive line, and then I want to find the center. If this line measures 10, then the angle between these must be the same, right? .15 degrees. 8.18 and 7.74. Okay. So that's it. 7.96. So I think I got this correct. Okay. And this should be the same. See? So now that I am at the middle, I think we got see, I cannot do this. So once we have that, okay. So I will start eliminating the lines that I don't want. So press escape in order to leave the tool that you're using with escape. And I'm going to do T-arc. There we go. And last, we're going to make the other half there. And again, you have to fix this so it doesn't move, and put the same number that we put here, right? So the teeth are going to be the same length, and we're going to do the curve, sorry, here, this 3-point curve, and that's it. So I can erase this one, I will erase this one, and I will erase also this one. Erase the points because, to be honest, they will be repeating a lot. And we're going to create a circular matrix. See? Okay, so we're going to be adding more. And if we did it correctly, we should get like something like this, right? So let's see. So we have the gear there. And lastly, what you have to do is to create the center. I'm doing this without calculations, so you should be calculating your gear. I will upload later on a video for that. And once you have that, you can make the extrusion of your gear, like something like this, right? So let's put this number, and there you have it. You have a gear. Very easy to do. So because I didn't do calculations, the gear is not like the same size in each. So if you see this line is not okay, it should be going something like this. And if you detected that, you can manage to move it, right? But it will not do it. Okay. So what I want you to see is that you can create gears in an easy way like that, or you can create half of a component like this. Let me do another part. And with this, yeah, let's make it really quick. So let me be. What happened here? Let me see that from the front. And what you can do is this. So I'm going to create also a gear but doing another method. Like, yeah, 10. I think 10 is okay. And what you can do is, I'm going to create a line. It's always very useful to create constructive lines, so they are not getting in the way when we make the operations. And I'm going to create a quarter, okay? And this will be easy to do. For example, if we are here, sorry, I have to put a point. I always forget to do that. So if we are here, you can go, I don't know, something like that. You create another point there, and you create this. You can manage to do them later on. So I am showing you just a quick way to make shapes. If you have your calculations, it will be easier to do. But if you want to calculate it and make it correctly, you have to send these lines, right? Like here. Well, it should be constructive lines. There should be constructive lines like this. So like that, okay? So if you have this and you want to make sure everything is okay, maybe you can put this here like 3, and these ones here will be also like 3. No, sorry, they should be 6. There we go. And what you can do is that you're going to measure the angle that is going away from this line, like this, okay? This also works with the other method that we saw before. And here you can see that we'll do the same process with this one, and because we have the measure right now, we can do it like this, and there we go, like 15 degrees. And now we have the theta correctly done, and we have to do also the 3-point curve. So we have to follow this circle because we don't want the full circle, we just want a part of it. And yeah, that's truly an easy way to do gears. And so what we are going to do here is measure this distance, 7.14, so we can replicate it here. Okay, sorry. Again, click here, and in these ones, no, it should be, sorry, like, no, there we go, 7.14, and no, sorry, if we want the teeth to go the correct way, we have to make a constructive line like this that is facing this way, because we already have the measure, and we have to replicate this 15 degrees angle, and there we have it. If we're doing things correctly, we should have the theta very easy. And if you see, this is like, I take more time to do it because I have to do 1/4. If I only do this shape and then I replicate it with the circular matrix, it is faster. But maybe you like this method, so yeah, who knows. So I am just showing you ways to do things that you can use later on your projects. Sorry, I am not clicking the lines, so you can use it in, as I was saying, in your projects. So don't take this as as a through method, there are several ways to make these bits, these shapes, and as I say, you have to do the calculations in order for them to fix correctly, right? And in this case, I think we're going to have we're going to have the measures wrong, but we can also correct them because we already have the dimensions stated here. There we go. So we have to put 6, and if you see, I am getting almost here, and that is because I'm not doing the calculations for the gears, okay? But if you see, with this method, these fits will be equally placed, okay? So maybe we have to fix this so we can make it here. It is just 1.5. Maybe if we have to change this measure like 3.1, and also this one's like 6.1, we'll get closer to the center. So if you do your calculations, this will not happen, but yeah, I will leave it like that. So maybe we can do it a little bit further away, like this. And let's see if we did everything correctly. Okay, so we're almost there. It is just 6.20, let's see. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is to divide 0.5 between 3, and this is what I have to, I have to divide 0.05 in 3 parts, and this is the number that I must add to each part, okay? So you can do like this. It's very easy. You can make operations of the dimensions, so that's a cool feature for SolidWorks. And see, we are correctly done. So what we have to do now is to erase this. Sorry, we have to make the arcs, and I don't know if I did them. I will do them again. So try not to repeat dimensions, and then we have it. Okay, so once we have these, what we have to do is to create a symmetry. Okay, so we're going to select every one of them except those lines, the constructed lines, and this is the axis that we want to create. It can be here or it can be here, right? So we have the half of it, and then what we're going to do is to create also the symmetry, and we're going to select this part. So if you see, there's one error here, and the error is that this is 3 and this is 6. So what I'm going to go do is to roll back and correct this one. It should be done like, well, no, it's okay, but the symmetry will be wrong. So let's see what happens. So maybe what I have to do is to increase this shape or do it completely, like, I don't know, like 4. This will be 8. But no. So if you don't want that to happen, what you have to do is to select all of the points and then fix them so they will not move. But yeah, that's... Well, I will create a symmetry so you can see it. Remember? Just create it like that. And then we're going to create again. And the axis should be this way. So if you do your calculations, your gear should be appearing like in a good way. Not like mine. But you get the idea, right? I don't know, maybe a good old close number like 15. And then you can go out of the drawing. Yeah, it is just like we have too many dimensions, and those are common errors, but you get the idea. So we have a gear here made with another technique, if you want to see it like that, and we have this one, right? So for me, it will be easier to do this. So let's mix both techniques again. Let's do it really quick. So what I do is create the shape, and then we create the length of the threads. And what we did previously was to fix this, to create a constructed line, and then create another one to do this. See? Okay, so here we can get the distance between each one of them, like in this case. So if we want, like, I don't know, maybe 3 teeth, we have to have them divided in 50 degrees. But the truth is that doesn't work like that, because if we do this, they will not end reaching. So between 20 degrees, so we'll have 18 as the separation from these ones. But well, let's try it. We don't lose anything like this, but we'll have this, like, sorry. So, and you can also do this. If you have, like, you can also create a number of lines that you want to do, like this. Let's see, we want 20. So we have to erase this one. So we have 20 bits here already done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to create also the circular matrix, and what I'm going to do is to create the other division. So if you see, if I put more, I should have 20 right there. But what I have to do is to, no, sorry. Sorry, I did it I moved something I didn't want. Okay, so here we had 20, and if you see, we're moving them like this. Okay, but no, sorry, I already know what I have to do. What I have to do is to create this constructive line again, and then create this one, and this one will be the separation of each one of them. I will put 10 degrees, for example. And if you see here and here, so for example, I want them to be separated by 4. And what I have to do is to move this line. Oh, sorry. So also, something that I'm missing is to create the diameter like this. Yeah, that's better. And what I'm going to do is to create this constructive line again, but facing this. Okay. So let's see if we have this drawing, and let's put 20. So let's see what happens. And there we go. See? So with that made, we can create the lines. So we have to follow only that line, okay? And I did an angle is not like too smart. Maybe what we have to do is to erase this one and to separate them by degrees. Yes, that's better. So if you see, they move all at once, and I'm going to create this one, this, and what I'm going to do maybe this degree is not very good, like I should increase it to 15. Well, let's leave it like this, okay? And let's use this one here. I think this is weird, but this is another way to make gears. Making gears is not so easy. You shouldn't really know that, but in this way at least. So can erase these ones, doing them like this will create us the perfect shape like this. So here you will see that it will fit exactly at the same spot, so we will not have any trouble creating them. And sorry, and that is because we created more calculus for those. So the thing here that is not correct, it is this one that I did not so So what I'm going to create is this same shape going out from here, and I will separate them by 5 degrees, of course. No, sorry, 10 degrees. Okay? Yes. And with that, so I will erase this one. It doesn't. I don't need them. Oh, sorry. So I will go back again. There we go. There we go. So what I have to do here is to create this shape, make sure that it's not fixed in another angle, and I'm going to create a 10 degrees like this, and I am going to follow this line like that, and I'm going to create this curve, and lastly I am going to create the distance between these two. Sorry, they have to be, it has to be a line. So I know I have a lot of lines, but they are not, that I am not using right now, so it was my mistake. But what you have to do here is that you're going to create this 5 degrees separation, and we're going to create this, and hopefully we get everything done. Oh. Here, this was not drawn, so draw those arcs, and as I was saying, hopefully we'll get the matrix down for us. So if you see you have troubles again with this, so I'm going to return. Here I'm going to separate these ones. Oh, sorry, I already have that. 10 degrees. And I'm going to erase this one and this one. There we go. And I think I have to erase this. So once you have this, you can create this. Okay, let's do it again. And there we have it. There we have it. Okay, so we have a perfect gear right now. And do like this. And after that we can extrude it. like that. Something like this. And there you go. This gear now it's correctly. Oh, it's better. So let's save this one. It's gear 1 and we're going to create an assemble. Okay, now we have opened the assemble and we can start doing some drawing here. I'm going to create a circle and I'm going to make it 90 millimeters. That's the first gear that we made, and I am going to create for construction lines, and I'm going to create a second one that can be the half of the length of that gear. And once we have both of them, we have to add relationships between each other. So we select the two circles with Control and create a tangent relation, and then we select the two centers of the circles and create an horizontal relationship. So that way the circles won't move. So here I have the drawing hidden. So what I have to do is go to this menu and search for the option that says drawing and show it. Once we have it there, we can see, or we will actually see the drawing. They were hidden, so now we can see them. And what we're going to do is to insert a component from the assemble menu, and I am going to look for the gear. In this case it's gear 0, the first one that we created. I think it was the best one, and it will help us create this movement that we want. So what we have to do is when we insert it, we have to right click and make it float, so we can move it freely within the space. And after that we have to create a relationship between the front face and the front plane. So hold the Control key and select the plane, and we have this relationship done, and we have to make this concentric relation so the gear fits within that circle. So as you can see, it perfectly fits. So what we have to do is to add the second component. It will be the same gear, and there we have it. Just drag it and place it there. So one of the mistakes here is that I made the second drawing, the second circle drawing, too small. So what I have to do is to make it bigger so this concentric relationship doesn't happen. So what I'm going to do is to enter and edit and make it bigger. So when we're fixing this value, we can make it a little bit, well, a slightly smaller to the first one, because we want the spur gear to intercept that gear. So we can make now the concentric relationship, and as you can see, they are getting the interference, but it is like too little. So I will change the value again. So I think it will be enough, but now we can see it's too much. So I will change it again, and that way we can make a better movement study. Okay, so I created a wrong movement there because the two parts were like intercepting each other. So that's why I have to create that circle a little bit bigger so we can get the two gears separated from each other, and that way the movement studio can be done. So remember that when clicking move component, if you press the cinematic movement, it will make this. It will make the collision detection between each gear and you will get the movement. But if the part is like overlapped with the other one, it will get the previous error that we saw. So for that, just use the free movement tool and then create the cinematic movement or the collision movement study. Okay, so once we have that, you can freely move it. We're going to create the animation for that, for those gears, and you have to go to the assemble menu and then you have to go to movement study. It should be here. Okay, click it and go to the lower right and click the arrow, and the first thing that we have to do is to disable the view. And disable the view. Once you have done that, you have to click in this menu and create a cinematic movement. And you can also go to properties and document properties and image quality. You can adjust that to get a nice crisp animation. And what we have to do now is to hide the drawings and to create the motor for our sport gear. So click the motor at the movement studio and select one of these circles, and I will invert the direction so it will be clockwise. So we have the and also change the RPM so it will be slow, so we can see the movement. Just you can drag this and adjust it so we can see a full animation. And what we have to do is to make contact between the two parts, and that will be all. Once we click play, it should start moving. You can also click here to loop it and click play, so you have the animation and the movement of the gears done. And basically that's it. I hope you like it, and I hope you have learned something. So you can also move the view and click play to see the movement. So thank you and see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.